Today we're visiting Tupelo, Mississippi, the birthplace of Elvis Presley. Stay tuned. The Elvis Presley birthplace was designated as a historic landmark by the state of Mississippi. The park is home to almost 20 features, statues, and highlights of Elvis's life, including a museum, gift shop, and the home where the king was born in 1935. The home was returned to its original location and was restored to its original condition and is open to the public. Visit the museum for tickets to the museum, birthplace, and the Childhood Church.
Elvis was born in this house, in this room, on January 8th, 1935.
Wow.
He was probably about 3.5 when they moved from this house to another location in Tupelo. Now, other families did live in the house after the Presleys. And no one's lived in the house, though, since 1956. That's when Elvis returned to Tupelo and did a homecoming concert, and he bought the house and 15 acres from the proceeds of that concert for a youth center for the kids in this area, which they did have. They did build that. Now, the furniture in this room is not original to the Presleys, but it does reflect the type of furniture that they had. Vernon, Elvis's dad, though, did come down after Elvis's death and give directions on how to lay out the furniture in the rooms. The wallpaper in here, like I said, other families did live here after the Presleys, so it could have been them. The garden club ladies also tried to help keep the house together from falling apart, so they could have done some of this as well. Vernon said that they put up newspapers, which a lot of people come through here say that was common.
Vernon Presley built this home in 1934 with money he borrowed from his employer. While most items displayed in the home are not original, the coal-burning fireplace, wood stove, and some of the bricks from the fireplace are original. The Walk of Life is a concrete circle surrounding the home where Elvis was born. It features dated blocks for each year of Elvis's life with highlights and facts marking many of the blocks. The Elvis Presley Foundation commissioned a bronze likeness of Elvis at 13 to be displayed at the park. The statue is located between Elvis's birthplace, Childhood Church, and museum. It was unveiled in 2002 and is one of the most popular spots in the park for photos. The Fountain of Life represents the years Elvis lived in Tupelo with 13 upper spouts, and the 29 lower spouts represent his life in Memphis. The Elvis Presley Memorial Chapel was dedicated in 1979. The chapel is a popular attraction in the park and includes Elvis's Bible resting on the pulpit. At Elvis's Childhood Church, visitors can experience a recreation of an Assembly of God service from the 1940s with an amazing multimedia presentation.
Well, the original location was at the end of Berry and Adams Street, but in 1959, the congregation of this church had grown so they decided they would build a new church. So they moved this church across the street. A gentleman purchased it, turned it into a 2-bedroom, 4-room home, and they lived in it for 43 years. Wow. Well, you know, over time, people had forgotten that the house was a church and that the Presleys attended church there at the church house. But in 2007, the Elvis Presley Memorial Foundation was able to acquire it back from the original gentleman that purchased it, and then they moved it here. Well, you know, a little work had to be done to recreate the 1940s church. While the floor and exterior has been restored, but the floor on your right-hand side is original to the church. The windows and the doors, of course, they were purchased to reflect the times of the 30s and the 40s. The pews or the benches that you're sitting on and the altar rail, they too were reconstructed during the restoration process. A gentleman from Louisiana actually built those.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But the pulpit or the podium is original to the church, and it stood next door in the chapel until the church was restored. It was donated back in 1979. Many people believe that Elvis was the greatest gospel singer of all times. He actually recorded more gospel and inspirational songs than any other pop performer before or since. You probably know that only 3 Grammys he was awarded was for gospel music. People closest to him thought that he was more at peace singing gospel music than any other music.
Reflections features concrete paths to easily stroll and move through a peaceful area with the intent to provide a space to reflect on the life of Elvis. The Overlook includes 2 Elvis statues symbolizing his transformation from young boy in Tupelo to the world-famous entertainer we all love. Elvis had 18 #1 hits, 38 top 10 hits, and 85 top 30 hits throughout his career. The museum opened in 1992 and consists of many items from Elvis's friend, Janelle McComb. Renovated in 2006, the museum features artifacts, photo murals, and personal items of the king. Well, that's going to wrap it up for our trip to Elvis's birthplace in Tupelo, Mississippi. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe and follow us on our adventures, please do so. If you have any comments or suggestions for us, let us know. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching.